Day 3 of training camp is in the books, and Ben Johnson for the second day in a row gets tricky, but even more tricky today. We're going to talk about what that means and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got C-Dub, myself, Haize in the building today. Bobby, it's just going to be how much we're going to avoid all three of us being on the screen together, I guess, is what it is. Bobby's out handling elf business, so he'll be back tomorrow. But we are here to talk about the takeaways from day 3 of training camp. C-Dub. So Ben Johnson yesterday started off practice completely unscripted to just see how the players were adapting and dealing with and learning the playbook and things like that. Well, today, apparently, he decided to get even more crazy. He had the offensive linemen and quarterbacks catching passes today, just getting crazy today. How do you feel about that? I know Darius is somewhere shaking in his boots hearing that linemen and quarterbacks were catching passes because Darius just want everybody to just do everything that their position says. But how you feel, C-Dub?
Enthusiasm,
Okay.
fun. That's what I think he's instilling into his guys. If anything else, we're gonna win and we're gonna have fun doing it. What can be more fun than a big offensive lineman catching a touchdown pass in a blowout? Oh, yeah, talk about the game of football. Catching a pass against the Green Bay Packers, or how about this? Catching a pass against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thank you, Aaron. We will see you later on this year. And
I think he did that on purpose too.
He better had. I want him. But I just think it gives excitement, enthusiasm, and also this guy, he's doing it different, bro. I don't recall a coach ever doing these type of mind games with the players before as a Chicago coach, and it's not all I don't want to say like school, like it ain't school, like you better have your homework, you better have it, but you do, but it ain't all that. It ain't all about business. It's also about having fun, I think. And that's what he's trying to instill.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Darnell Wright caught a one-handed pass today, so you know he's lining up his tight end at least on one of these plays, right?
Yes, bro. I can't wait to see it, man. He did it a lot with the Detroit Lions last year, Drip. He did it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that he likes to catch. He does like to get creative, but it doesn't turn into a gimmick, right? Like he doesn't overdo it. He does it when he feels like it gives the team an actual advantage, and you can catch some defenses off guard. So I do think there's going to be some of that. I know, people worry about it becoming too gimmicky. I don't think you really have to worry about that. But after the practice, Ben Johnson did say, I think we got some toys to work with. Hey, this man's excited, bro.
It's exciting, man. We need a mad scientist, bro. We ain't had a mad scientist yet as a head coach.
That was supposed to be Mike March. Well, not as a head coach, but it was supposed to be Mike March bringing in some offense over here, and then he decided to just, not use tight ends well and shit like that. So that's the story for
now. Bro, you bringing that back up? Was that Desmond Clark? As we talking about
that? Greg Olsen.
And Greg Olsen. Oh,
yeah. For some reason, Greg Olsen must have smashed Mike March's daughter or something like that, bro. Because he hated that motherfucker, bro. I never understood it. I never understood it. But yeah, so Ben Johnson, they're out there having some fun, but let's get into the seriousness of it. So they did focus on situational football, specifically 2-minute drills today. That did include some trick plays and stuff like that. But it seems like overall, like this was some really good from the offense today, following behind yesterday. Caleb Williams connected with DJ Moore on a touchdown to start practice, which is good to start it with. During the 2-minute drills, he did get picked off by Tyreek Stevenson, which take that as a good or negative thing, depending on who you're looking at it for. I think Tyreek Stevenson needs to be in a position to get some interceptions this year. But he said that Williams rolled out facing pressure and threw it across his body. It would have been a sack probably as well. So a little bit of, not everything's perfect, but what do you think about Caleb Williams, the offense having a pretty solid day today?
Oh, I feel great about that. It is incredibly early. You do want to make a This is sort of still like a first impression to Ben Johnson, like on the field. You want to make a good impression. I think they've been doing that, especially with the added pieces. You've been hearing a lot about Luther Burton. Luther Burton, I think he's going to be a key weapon for the Chicago Bears this season. And Caleb Williams, he's going to be incredible. I love to hear that he's throwing interceptions in games that don't count. And I'm love that Tyreek Stevenson is out there making plays. I know you're finna get to one of my favorite players in a minute. I ain't gonna bring him up though.
Who's that? Go ahead.
Jaquan Brisker is back. Oh
Oh,
my God,
bro,
he's
listen,
back.
Jaquan is making an impact, bro. I love everything that we're hearing about Jaquan Brisker. Jaquan Brisker is out there playing football, bro. And Jaquan could be such. I talked about him a lot on the last two daily episodes. Like having a Jaquan Brisker that's back, that's healthy. He's that dog in that secondary for you. He's the motherfucker who's gonna hit people hard. You can be able to use him a lot of different ways. Love it, bro.
Bro, I just wish he just I don't know if you could tell a player to be careful, but I think he gotta be a little careful on the field. He means too much to this team, bro. He gotta be careful out there on the field, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, when he got his concussion last year, it wasn't from him doing anything fundamentally wrong. So, like, you got to go out there and play, bro. Like at the end of the day, like you just got to go out there and play your game. If his body doesn't hold up, he was asked if retirement was ever on the table. He said it never was, which is good. But like I think trying to be too conscious of things could actually get you hurt worse sometimes.
It can. In that particular play, he had him. That dude didn't know he was
Yeah.
coming. He set the mode on kill shot. You ain't have to kill him, Jaquan Brisker. Turn it down just a little bit, Jaquan Brisker. Don't torpedo at the guy all the time, bro. He torpedoed at him.
This man
Dre.
said Rogers just signed like that wasn't 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
There's a whole video on NFL Central about it. Where your antennas? No, I'm just playing with you, KO. But no, I mean, I get what you're saying with Jaquan. Like, you definitely want the calculated chaos, right? That's the way
yes.
they're like calculated chaos. Like, we want you to be chaotic. We want you to rough motherfuckers up. We want all that, but but we need you on the field at the same time, right? We
Yes.
need you on the field. So, Jaquan definitely has to just step up and realize uh, when to play it a little bit safe. But like I said, I just worry that when people get in their head too much about that, that's when they start getting hurt too, though, bro.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I think you got to be good within yourself. You got to be good within yourself to be like, okay, bro, I ain't gotta kill dude right now. I ain't gotta knock him out. I just get him down, bro. Cause he wasn't getting the first down, Joe. He was already short. He ain't have to kill him like that.
I see what you mean.
God
Oh,
damn.
on top of Caleb Williams' play, seems like he was making plays as well with his legs today. He said this: Caleb Williams made a few really nice throws on the run in the first situational drill of the day, hitting Romo Dunze and Cole Kmet. Both throws were a good example of what the QB can do on the run, finding his targets. Williams has made strides so far this offseason under new head coach Ben Johnson, and that will continue into training camp. One of the things that we all called out last year, you on the live call, Steve-O goes crazy every time he sees it, is how much we were in the shotgun last year, right?
Mhm.
Now, the question I want to have to you is that how much do you think like that makes Caleb more dangerous on the run is being under there? But how much of it do you think is a bigger risk as well with Caleb still kind of learning and adapting to hopefully having an offensive line that's going to protect his ass this year? Do you think that that's going to be the biggest learning curve for Caleb Williams this season?
I think it is going to be a learning curve for Caleb to be under center. Mostly, you can even go back to Oklahoma if you want. He was mainly in the shotgun. You can go to USC. He always in the shotgun. I had never seen him under center. It's going to be a learning thing for this guy, for Caleb Williams. I expect him to ace this little quiz. He's going to get it. It might be some bumps and bruises in the beginning, but I think he'll eventually get it. And I don't want them to completely just forget about shotgun because then you take away. I think he's better on the run in the shotgun. He can see the defense real early. He ain't got to drop back or turn his back with a play action or nothing like that. He can see the defense right there. So I like him in shotgun. They're gonna have to find that balance, but I do think he's gonna have a little learning curve in the beginning of the season because he's not did it in his whole career. I don't know about high school. He made
No,
it in
not
high
even in
school.
high school. Not
See,
even in high school. So yeah, it is going to be a thing there. But I think he not only has the weapons, we know the
Oh,
weapons are there. The running game is going to be a little bit more dangerous there too, because you got to think about it. When you're in the shotgun and running play. Look how far back that running back starting off on that play, right? So you got to all those things. I think can make it more dangerous. There's going to be a little bit of a learning curve and an adaptive period, but that's what training camp's for. That's what preseason's for. I wouldn't be surprised in preseason if we see like 90% under center, just so you can keep getting them used to it. I don't know what the balance is going to be once the season starts, but wouldn't be surprised to see him a lot under center in preseason for the few snaps
absolutely.
that he does play.
Oh, that makes total sense, Drip. But I don't think anybody is talking about this. Ben Johnson hasn't had a quarterback like this. Uh, sort of mobile quarterback, rocket arm that that he can put in bootlegs and stuff like that. He just had the statue over there in Detroit, bro. He ain't had a quarterback like this yet, so he has an adjustment he has to make as well. So
Yeah, I mean, no, that's a fact, and that's a fact. And this relationship between Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams is one of the most important. Well, is the most important of this offense. You got to have your quarterback needs to be an extension of your coach on the field, right? And he has to know that playbook like the back of his hands. Ben Johnson has to know Caleb's him and what he likes to do, his tendencies like the back of his hand, his strengths, his weaknesses. So this is that learning curve between those. That's why I was glad to hear like Ben Johnson went out and spent some time with Caleb this offseason,
yeah,
just hanging, having dinner, those type of things. Like that relationship is really important. And Ben Johnson more than anybody is going to know that. I think Caleb Williams, especially after what he went through last year, he's going to have to know what you got to see what a bad coaching staff was up front.
do you think they can? You think that that's when the season starts, they'll have that chemistry or something close to that, or you think it's going to be somewhat inside of the season, a couple weeks into the season, where they get that? I know what you want to do. I'm gonna give you that. Where they get that symmetry, that chemistry on par, or it take
I
the whole
mean,
season.
there's going to be a little bit of that, but as far as getting it to the place that a winning quarterback and a winning coach like they have that relationship, it's going to take a season or so to get there, maybe even
Okay.
multiple, like to get it fully there. Now you want to see it get better week after week. It should be getting better here throughout training camp, but it's going to take time for it to be perfect, and that's what you want though. Is eventually you want to get to that place where it's no second hand needed. They have that balance. They know each other by looking. They know, right? So.
Yeah.
And I think you also want to eventually get Caleb to that place where he knows when and where to make adjustments at the line. That's something that they said that he had the ability to do last year. I don't know if he had the confidence. We know he put saying some plays at the line, but I think that's also another thing that shows that second hand between the coach and the quarterback when he's able to go out there, see what the defense is calling, and say, oh no, we need to make this little tweak and adjustment, and then we're going to get this playoff. So those are things you can look for when you start getting to that, when you really know that it's really entrenched in that relationship.
Oh, that's well said. And I'm also very happy that the confidence levels match with both of the coach
Oh, facts.
and the quarterback. Because when we look at Caleb and Matt Eberflus, don't you kind of think that Caleb's confidence kind of dominates Eberflus? He
Well,
was
where
like
did
a
you
more.
ever see Eberflus having confidence? So yeah,
He's
it
the coach. You
dominated.
gotta, you know what I'm saying? You
Listen,
gotta be the coach. You gotta have some type of
listen.
confidence.
Matt Eberflus didn't even have confidence in his own home. His wife runs that home. You ain't running no football team, my boy.
You dirty. You dirty Trip.
Listen, they shouldn't have shown us that much. Now I saw the heart of a man, bro. Like it's once I see it, it's like okay, bitch. I see you. I see you.
They had a nice property though. It was a nice
Hey,
property.
listen, they did have a nice property. And look, like I said, Matt Eberflus, it seems like a cool dude. Make no
He
mistake
does.
about it. Like
He
he
does.
seems like go out, watch a game, get a couple beers. He seems like a cool dude. But as somebody who's supposed to lead your team, fuck no, get the fuck up out of here, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's less
agree.
like you. There's certain things you can do with certain friends, right? So
Yeah.
like you know that. Like for
Yeah.
example, we wouldn't go high jumping with Bobby. That's just not gonna be his strength. We wouldn't do that.
Cause he's small. Hey, look, you so crazy, bro. Hey, I'm just glad that we got a confident coach that can demand respect with his confidence. Like Eberflus, you could tell, like he'll give like a command to the team. They'll look at it. You saw what the all right, I guess we got to do it because we getting a check. Now with a guy like Ben Johnson or a guy like Bill Belichick, what they say, you get right to it because you respect those guys from their leadership and their
Like matter
confidence.
of fact, come to think of it, Nick Saban came in your office and you was the bitch in that situation too.
Wait a minute, Drip. Did he sit in an Eberflus seat though? He let him sit in the seat.
That's what that'd be like me coming over your house and sitting at the head of your table. You gonna be looking like, hey Haize, what the fuck going on, my boy?
This ain't your
like I love you, but what you doing?
On the real. That's facts.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Let's chill out on that one. But let's get to this list, bro.
Okay.
So Ben Johnson named the players that stood out to him during training camp, and the first motherfucker, Dominique Robinson.
Why he do that?
Okay, here's my thinking behind it. Let me because it took me by shock too, and I said this in our group chat. Okay. Do you remember Dominique Robinson's rookie year? Those first 4 or 5 games before he became a starter. Dominique Robinson did look like he was going to be a solid depth piece. We were all excited about him getting an opportunity to start. And so maybe in the people that impressed him, because the way that I took this, maybe he stood out because they had no expectations for him, and he came in again looking like somebody who could come off the bench and give them some solid snaps. Maybe that's what it meant by it. Like, again, I'm not high on Dominique. I got to see it before I believe it, but it just put me back in that mind space that we were. Those first 4 or 5 games of his rookie year, we were like, hey, that Robinson kid's pretty good.
Yeah.
So maybe it's back to that. Maybe he rediscovered that hunger.
I like that logic. I also go on this logic. Like, how hard is it to cut really nice guys? Like, why was he still on the team to begin with?
Because he was drafted by Ryan Poles.
Okay, but it's also
Ryan Poles don't give up on his guys, bro.
He don't to. I don't like that.
To
about
a detriment. To this point, it's been to a detriment. Velus, you could have had, was it a 3rd round pick?
We could have had a 3rd round pick for Velus.
3rd round pick for Velus.
Still.
Like, you held on to him, he ended up cutting him for nothing. Like, it just
stop loving these guys.
Like that. Bro. Like, I get it, bro. And you say how hard is it to cut nice guys? For Ryan Poles, it's hard, bro. Because I'm sure he's gonna be in that office crying when he got to cut Dominique Robinson.
Yeah. So. Okay, we've been watching them, Drip. We've been watching Dominique Robinson. We gave him a chance. Now, what has he changed over a summer to make Ben Johnson be like, okay, this guy is good. Like, I gotta pop him up. I gotta give him some clout. I gotta tell the media that he's shining in the minicamp. And what we've seen, he must have improved like 10 times or something, bro. What the fuck happened?
Here's the thing, though. Dominique Robinson is a physical, say what you will, he's a physical specimen. But I'll say this. Let's see if he still impresses when the pads are on, when the contact's on. Let's see if he still impresses then.
That's fair. What's that quarterback from the probably the worst #1 draft pick ever? What's the quarterback? Big guy.
Oh, the Mel Kiper, I'll quit my job if he doesn't turn into Ryan something.
It ain't right. It's a black guy.
Black guy.
It's a black guy quarterback. He got drafted to the Las Vegas Raiders. Not Dennis Allen.
Oh, he's definitely not the worst. You're talking about the bald black guy. What's his name?
Yeah, but
I don't remember.
They always say he the worst #1 pick of all time, bro. He was a physical specimen. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's different as at the quarterback, bro. He was built like a linebacker as a quarterback. Yeah. I thought Ryan Leaf too. You talking about damn it, I keep forgetting his name. I know who you talking about.
Yeah, the worst #1 pick ever. Jamarcus
Russell. There you go.
Yeah,
that hoe. But all right, so Dominique Robinson, Ruben Hippolyte. Yeah, bro. That's what, a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick?
I think it's 4th. I think it's 4th round.
Yeah, bro. Hey, listen. Ruben,
give us the rest of the names, because
Ruben Hippolyte, Joel Wilson, the tight end, and Kyle Monangai.
I see what he's doing. You see it, Drip.
I know you think he's trying to motivate
people. He's motivating the downtrodden. You know what I'm saying? Motivating them. I
don't think Ruben Hippolyte's a downtrodden. He's going to be the starting Sam.
You think he's starting?
You think Noah Sewell starting over?
Wait a minute, Drip. Are you giving up on your boy Noah Sewell?
How can I give up on somebody who ain't done shit? I ain't never been in. What are we talking about here?
That was your boy last season.
That was my boy when he was drafted, because I saw the potential. Then I saw him get on the football field and realize, hey, bro, here's the thing. Here's the thing. All jokes aside, Noah Sewell had so much potential, right? But I think we got to also And I asked myself this before: how much of the hype over Noah Sewell was because of the family he came from?
It might be a large portion. A large portion.
That's
I
all I'm
give you that.
saying.
Oh, so we done with Noah Sewell? Okay.
No, I
Okay.
mean he's gonna have like. Here's the thing: he's gonna have an opportunity to get some snaps because it's him and Ruben. That's it. That's your strong side, right? By the
Mhm.
way, bro, it pains me to see all the positive stuff they saying about Jack Sanborn in training camp, bro. Anyway,
My
uh,
son.
so I think Noah's still gonna get an opportunity. Make no mistake about it. He's still gonna get some snaps out there as long as he can stay healthy. But I tell you what, Ruben Hippolyte, he's faster. He's not as big and not as strong as Noah Sewell, but he's faster. And if they said he dropped back and he was giving that work to Cole Kmet 1-on-1 in coverage.
Oh,
I,
really?
I I need to see that.
I think they whoever gets that position, the Sam, I think Kyler Gordon to see more snaps. They'll go two linebackers, and that'll be TJ and Tremaine. So they'll probably play 40-50% of the defensive snaps. What would you think? They'll probably play 40,
Yeah,
50% of
because
the
of the
snaps.
way that we're gonna use some cornerbacks lining up as linebacker to get more backs out there. The time we're gonna drop some defensive linemen into coverage, like the strong side is gonna play a lot of snaps, but you know who the starting strong side is, but they're gonna fluctuate in and out. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's getting
yeah,
closer and closer, y'all.
closer and closer. Kyle Managa though being on that list, bro.
Oh, oh, they gotta feel good to that kid, dude. I think it's open. I think it's an opportunity to be there to be had. Okay, DeAndre Swift is the starter, but it's not a strong like you the starter. I don't think it's strong, me personally. So there's an opportunity to get in there and get a look. Like DeAndre could start, but if you get a look, like it's the second quarter, go and throw him guy in there to see what he could do in the second quarter. Now
Oh,
you
I mean,
going,
and keep in mind too, like your starters aren't gonna play a lot in preseason. Kyle
yeah,
Managa is gonna get a lot of snaps in preseason to show what he can bring. A lot of snaps in preseason.
absolutely, 100%. I'm talking in like in a regular season though. Like that's how they're not all the way. I
Yeah, I
think
mean, and I think like this running back room is going to be very, very bullpenish, meaning like how you use a pitching rotation
oh, I
in
like it.
baseball. That's how they're going to use these running backs. I think it's going to be very. Let's go to the bullpen. Between that, if Deion Hankins makes the roster too, he's been another guy that's looked pretty good in training camp. But I think it's going to be like a bullpen. It's going to be all right. What do we need in
I
this
like that.
situation? Okay, bet. Roshan, this is your snap. What do we need in this situation? All right, Kyle Mananga, we need a guy that can be quick and go in the middle. It's your turn. Swift, we need that dual threat. So I think it's going to be a lot of that this season. And to start off with, and then we'll see what the rotations are shaking out as the season goes on.
I love that. I love that. So you don't see a guy that can come over and take over the number one spot. Is it DeAndre? You think
DeAndre's
it's
going to be the number one.
but
Um,
you're not set on that. I could tell by the
I'm
way
not.
you're
No,
talking
no.
about.
I'm listen. I feel like this. Like DeAndre did fine, and I've been one of the supporters of DeAndre. Like people who act like he was terrible. He wasn't
No,
terrible.
he
You have
wasn't
almost
terrible.
1,300 yards from scrimmage under a bad offense. That's not terrible. But I do think that there's some flaws in his game to where it leaves it to where there's just going to be some situations you can't trust DeAndre. I know that he said the right thing is, well, if you need me to go out there and block, I'm a block. My boy, I saw you last season. There were times where you was playing, like I said it on yesterday's live stream. He was playing Karl Anthony Towns level defense out there on blocking sometimes, bro. Like Ole. Like I saw several plays where Swift had a all you had to do was just nudge the motherfucker. All you had to do was pitch the bitch, and Caleb
Yeah.
wouldn't have got sacked. But DeAndre was like, me?
Yep. Yep. I
See,
saw
no,
it
and
too.
I ain't got time for that.
I saw it too. And that's fair, man. I just hope we get the best guy out of that crowd. Let's get the
Yeah.
best guy and let's make an impact with this offense. I think the city needs it. I think Caleb needs it. And man, I'm excited about this season coming up, bro. I'm too excited, bro.
Yeah. We shall see. We shall see, man. Any last thoughts, Dub, before we get up out here, man?
Absolutely. We're on our way to 20K. Let's get there, y'all. We appreciate all the love y'all been giving us, man. We are nothing without you, bro. Continue to support, and we guarantee to continue dropping that dope content. See y'all on the next one.
Listen, when we get to 20K, we're going to have Crimson draw the Chicago Bears logo on his stomach. and sing the Bears fight song. That's what we're gonna have him do. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I love you guys. Make sure you guys are following us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ShyBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, 773-242-9336. We're your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Peace.